Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Kevin. This is Cocktails and Comics. This is my second video. I'm hoping that anybody that's watching is going to like this video and please subscribe. I have very few subscribers right now. I'd like to have several more. Doing this on a beautiful afternoon. It's 75 degrees. I'm in shorts. You don't need to see my Casper legs. But there's a lot of activity outside. I did the last video outside at night. It was a little quieter. There's going to be a lot of noise out here, I'm sure. But this afternoon, sitting on my porch, I am enjoying a bottle of Evan Williams. This is bottled in bond, and bourbon's like really my thing. So for those of you who don't really know what bottled in bond is, it started in 1897. It was actually a bottled in bond act by the government to ensure what was in the bottle. Because at the time, this brown liquid could have been brown water, for all anybody knew. Basically, it was an act that it would show that it was a single distiller that was produced in a single season, and the difference between bottled in bond and regular bourbon. So a regular bourbon, which I'll go into in a whole other video, one of the requirements is a minimum of 2 years aged. Bottled in bond, this guy is a minimum of 4 years. And where you might see some 40% or 45% of other bourbons, this is automatically has to be 50% ABV alcohol by volume. So that's 100 proof, and it says it right there on the label. So, I am, of course, enjoying my brown liquor. I'll get into that in another video. But this is neat right out of the bottle. It just has a very calming effect on me. And it's a little cool because I had it in an area of the house that is cooler. So, Evan Williams is going to take a back seat. Hopefully I got the title correct. This is what I would consider an unboxing video, even though I've already opened all these and looked at them. I had mentioned before I'm doing some mail order, and so I don't have to go out so much during our COVID times. But I'm going to some local comic book shops as well. But I would order a little bit here and order a little bit there, and one order came, another order came, and then 4 orders came on the same day as some other stuff came too. If you check out my Instagram page, Cocktails and Comics, you'll see a video of everything that came last Friday, and these 4 packages are all from things from another world, and I don't know how I discovered them. It just happened by chance. I live in Georgia and they are in Oregon. But after the first order was a little shaky, I was a little concerned about the packaging. I will give a shout out to Kyle, the customer service. He looks like he had, one of these was actually wrapped pretty good. I'm going to go through these as quick as I can. Those of you who might know me know that I tend to ramble, which I probably already have since I've spent 4 minutes and you haven't seen a comic book yet. So anyway, packaged really nicely. I love these boxes. I save them because when I have free time, I actually have a collection of comics that's probably 5,000 comics and growing, because I'm not just trying to sell my collection, I'm adding to it. So these are in no particular order. I may have grouped them by independent and then DC and then Marvel, but I'm going to go through these, and some of you may or may, let me put my bourbon back here, put my bourbon right here, my bourbon in my belly. So some of you might know Ice Cream Man. This is issue number like 18. Now 20, I think issue 20 was the one that got it on the map, because the second printing was a variation of a Dr. Seuss book. one that I think I used to own. But this is issue 18. I had never heard of this. And so now I'm curious, like, to get a hold of issues 1 through 17, I guess. I have 18. I think I just got 19 somewhere. I have 20. I have 21. I think just came out. And the quarantine special is on the way. This is a really strange book. And I hope that somebody turns this into a series at Netflix, Amazon, you name it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Black Mirror in the sense of just being a darker anthology series. And the covers are always really super interesting, and I don't know if they all have an ice cream theme, but this doesn't seem like any ice cream that I'd want. But, you know, maybe as Halloween gets closer, this is a kind of ice cream that might be popular. Anyway, Ice Cream Man number 18. And this is one I've not even gotten a chance to read yet. This is a brand new one. It's called Spy Island. I love the cover. I love the subtle skull that's in the water. Now there's variant covers for this. There's variant covers. I mean, I could easily say I don't want to deal with variant covers, but what I'm finding is that I'm really loving the cover art. I mean, these are things that I feel like this one reminds me of like an old paperback novel. But some of these coming up, I mean, I'd be happy putting them on my wall. So I think I'm falling into the variant kind of trap. I don't know if it's a trap. It's a trap. But this is, I think this is already on issue number 2 or 3 now. And one of these days I'll do a video where I've actually read more of these, and I might talk about several issues at a time. This is it's older now. It's several months old now because I think issue 3 is coming out. But Robert Kirkman, who is most famous for creating The Walking Dead. Oh, you saw my white leg. Who's most famous for creating The Walking Dead, which I'm a huge fan of. And I think I stopped collecting comics literally like months before that comic book came out. I know I would have bought it because zombies I love zombies. Firepower, number 1. And I think number 2 is in a box coming up. I haven't had time to read any of it. So this could easily be another video as well, talking about Firepower. The story is supposed to be great. Honestly, the covers aren't really catching my attention, but if the story's good, that's originally what I think a lot of us that are older used to be pulled in by comic books. Now, talking about The Walking Dead, I got some back issues, so to speak. This is the last issue of The Walking Dead series. From what I understand, Robert Kirkman was, oh yeah, it's going to go on forever. And they had taken pre-orders for like issues 194 and 195. And then issue 193 came out, and he went, sorry, this is the last issue. This is actually a thick comic. I'm excited to look at it. I never collected The Walking Dead. I knew about it, and then when the series came out, I think I was living in Phoenix, Arizona at the time, and I just thought it was the greatest thing. I probably stopped watching about the time that Rick left the show. I haven't really, and I was already kind of not watching it as much. The first 5 or 6 seasons are great, and Sonoy, Georgia is about 45 minutes south of here, and that's where it's filmed. And so I went on a field trip, so to speak, with a friend back while they were doing season 2, I think, and I got to see like the governor's house and stuff like that, and that was a lot of fun. The next one we're on the big guys, DC. I don't collect this book. This is a case of I saw this cover and I just thought it was great art. This is Hawkman, and this cover just spoke to me. So this literally would be something I would put on my wall. I just think it's just raw, like he's just So anyway, that's me being silly. And then I think I talked about Thor, the first video I made, and I went ahead and got issues. I'd gotten number 1 of the new Donny Cates series from shout out to Comic Tom. from the Mystery Mail Call. This was months ago when the first issue came out and I had a variant cover. And I thought it was a good comic. But now that I'm kind of back into collecting comics, issue 2, 3, and 4 were the reprint issues. And then I've got 5 and 6, I think they might be in one of these boxes or they're coming in one of my next shipments. But this is the most recent issue, number 7, and you see everybody's grabbing for the hammer, and that's part of the storyline. And that's a really cool cover, and again, it's fun, but it's a good story. This is one of those comics that makes me want to keep collecting comics again. It's not about the variant covers, even though I think these days it is about the variant covers. I think I've gotten, just today alone, 3 or 4 updates from different YouTube videos or comic book stores that they too indeed have a variant cover for that issue and for this issue. And the thing is about them, they're not cheap. They're $10, they're $15, they're $20. And I don't agree with that at all. I think maybe variant covers should be random. And you get it, if you get it, you get it. I don't think you have to pay extra to get a beautiful piece of art. Anyway. And then Spider-Woman number 1, which which is a variant edition, which it says up here in the top. It's a beautiful cover again. I love the artwork. Don't know about the story yet. And then finally for this box, everybody was raving about this book when it first came out. I really have yet to read one page of any of it, but I love the cover, and it is Immortal Hulk, number 36, way into 36. I think I've got several issues of these sporadically, from about 35 to about whatever the newest issue is. And, again, for me, I'm going to sit down with several issues at a time and read through them. But again, that's an absolutely stunning cover. All right. So that's box 1. And, it's so much fun to get these in the mail, but then it's also overwhelming. And then you look at how much you paid for them and you go, didn't comics used to be cheaper? Anyway, another shout out to Evan Williams, Bourbon. Thank you very much. I do promise I might have said this earlier, will make a video of actually composing a cocktail, maybe showing you guys some fun stuff. Stuff that I, have done for the last 30 years or maybe longer, depending on how old you think I am. So I talked about Firepower earlier. This is Firepower number 2, Robert Kirkman. I think he's a brilliant writer, so I can't imagine I'm not going to enjoy this comic. Problem for me, when same way with all these streaming TV shows, I hate watching just one episode and waiting for the next one. But I also don't want to read or watch like all 10 or whatever it may be. I like to read or watch things like 2 and 3 at a time. Same way I used to read books. I'll read 4 and 5 chapters at a time, put the book down and come back to it. So Firepower, I think number 3 is coming in a box soon. So once I get to 3 or 4, I might start to read them. This is an interesting one that I have heard great things about, but this one's called Grendel, Kentucky. This concept of, I'm a little behind on some of this. This came out, I think number 2 is getting ready to come out. So, this is a variant cover. It's different than cover A, and I think it's a wraparound cover. I love how, by the way, Things from Another World, they package their stuff better than anybody. I've been getting stuff from several places, and I think I'm sticking with Things from Another World. Their customer service is good, their prices are good. Yeah, see, you've got the front of the cover, and then they've got a little sticker with their logo. They're marketing pretty well. Their website is very easy. I like Midtown as well. I've been using them on the side. Don't tell things from another world. And then I've ordered things directly from TKO Comics, Scout Comics. I've ordered directly from them, and their stuff's just beautiful. Their prices are their prices. So these other companies you get a discount from. I'm surprised, like if I order directly from Scout, that I'm not getting a discount from them, because I'm not sure how that works. If they're making the comic and somebody else is distributing it, somebody else is selling it, and I can get it for a cheaper price, how is it that the people making the comic I can't get the best price from? I don't know, but I want to do everything I can to support the small places like this. So then Peach Momoko, who everybody has heard of at this point, I love the old school anime, so I'm loving these covers that she's doing. And I've gotten so on the Peach Momoko bandwagon that now I'm grabbing everything that I can. And this, because it's not a superhero book, it's not a real mainstream book, I don't think. It is, oh man, I don't know who, Titan Comics. So this reminds me of Princess Mononoke, the Miyazaki kind of stuff. And so this just looks great to me, and I'm loving it. So for Peach Momoko, I will pay as much as I think I can. Put that knee down. For Peach Momoko stuff, but $50 for a variant is too much. I'll do 10, I'll do 15, I'll do 20, but I can't see paying more than $20 for a brand new comic book, as much as I do like this art. I'm getting back issues of a Green Lantern comic called Far Sector, and shout out to Fire Guy Ryan, who offered the Comic Tom videos, because he talked about this, and literally about the only reason that I picked it up, because he said such great things about it, and I'm playing catch up on it. I still have yet to find issues 1, 2, and 3, but I do have issues 4, 5. This is 6. I just picked it up. I like some of the other variant covers of this better. And then 7 is coming, or maybe I already have 7, and I think 8 and 9 I've already had pre-ordered. And I'm digging it. I got to backtrack a little bit to figure out the story, and I'm loving the characters. And this is a spoiler alert for a whole nother video. I would say BGM might be the initials title of that video, because if you know me, you'll start to see a theme in some of my comics. And then the next, these are DC Comics with just great covers. I have no idea about what the story is going on in them, to be honest. Great Batgirl comic. Look at that. That just looks great. Here's a character that I don't know anything about. Punchline. And she's the new big hot character. I feel so excited because there's so much I don't know. And I'm like, I don't know what this character is. And I'm trying to figure out, I love the look. And there's a lot of variant covers of with her on it. And got that kind of cute, not scary clown look. But again, that's a great looking cover. And I think when you start to put stuff like this together, these are great complements to each other. The next one's a little scary, but it kind of goes along with the theme of the female Batman supporting characters. This is a Harley Quinn variant cover. This is Batman 93. God, $4.99 for a comic. I can't believe I paid that. Even the regular ones are $3.99. But again, great cover. I apologize. I just realized I'm almost at the 20-minute mark. I'm trying to make these videos short. And then this is amazing. This is just an amazing cover right here. This is Detective Comics 1025. Look at that. That needs to be on my wall. That's just a great looking cover. I apologize that I can't pronounce the artist's name, but I've ordered a bunch of covers that he's done, and his art is just amazing. So that's just so cool. And then from years gone by, I've always had a thing for Wolverine, and I'll go through these. This is a variant cover with Wolverine. This is the newest series of Wolverine, number 3. Put that down. Number 3. This is another number 3. Look at that. And then the number 4. You know, and again, this is a series that I'm just picking up all the issues, and I'm going to read them all together. And then this last one from this second box is just amazing. I mean, it's Captain America 21. This is Alex Ross, who is an amazing artist, and I love. You know, he's in the opposite in a way of Peach Momoko, because his stuff is so real looking, where hers is very anime and almost, you know, otherworldly in a way. But his is so, you know, reality based, the faces, the expressions. But that's just an amazing patriotic cover of Captain America. This is the end of box number 2. I'm at 20 minutes, 21 minutes, and I feel really bad because I should have known I was never going to get through all this. I'm going to take one more sip of my delicious Evan Williams 100 proof bottled in bond, and enjoy the integrity of my whiskey. Basically, that was what bottled in bond was all about. But if anyone watching, if you enjoyed this video, if you would hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down button, but tell me in the comments what you didn't like about it. And I do know that it was a long video and it's me rambling. But again, also, if you liked it, tell me the things you want me to continue to talk about. I touched on it last time. I love things, sci-fi, fantasy, movies, books, comics. When it comes to liquor, beer, and wine, I always love to talk about these things. I love to talk about, seasonal things too. So who knows? Maybe I'll pop a pumpkin beer in here the next time. Anyway, my name's Kevin. This is Cocktails and Comics. This is video number 2. Probably tomorrow morning, when I'm a little more rested and it's maybe a little less activity going on around here, I might do video number 3, which would be part 2, and I'll get into these other 2 boxes and maybe talk about whatever bourbon or whatever alcohol I'm having tomorrow morning for breakfast, because there's never a bad time. Thank you again for taking the time to watch and spend this last 20 minutes or so with me. I will talk to y'all soon. Again, follow me on Instagram, Cocktails and Comics, and like and subscribe to my YouTube page. Thanks so much, everybody.